Welcome back, viewers. 3 days ago, a devastating crash involving 3 trains in the eastern Indian state of Odisha has killed 275 people and left more than 1,000 injured. The Railway Ministry said that the crash took place around 6:55 pm on Friday near the Bahanaga Bazaar station, about 270 kilometers south of Kolkata. The cause of the crash, which is being described as India's worst this century, is not yet clear. The accident involved 3 trains: the Coromandel Express, which was bound for Chennai from West Bengal, the Howrah Superfast Express, which was bound for Howrah from Bengaluru, and a stationary goods train which was standing at the Bahanaga Bazaar station. Official authorities claimed that the Coromandel Express derailed first and triggered the deadly crash. The exact sequence of events is under investigation. However, drawing from reports of railway officials and eyewitness accounts, it appears that the crash began with the derailment of the Coromandel Express, which resulted in a collision with the stationary goods train. Upon impact, carriages of the Coromandel Express derailed onto a third track and collided with the rear of the Howrah Superfast Express. But how did this happen? Locomotive drivers are guided by signals and not what they see on the tracks, especially in the dark. The Coromandel Express was passing through the station at full speed since it was not scheduled to stop at the station. It was supposed to continue on the main line. The investigation report concluded that a green signal was given to the Coromandel Express to continue on the main line and taken off. But the train entered the loop line instead of continuing on the main line. Who is responsible for this tragedy? Union Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav has indicated that someone made a change to the point machine, resulting in the collision. Whether the minister insinuated human error or sabotage is not yet clear. Is it really that simple though? One error has led to this devastating crash? Or was this the result of multiple errors over time? To answer this, let's consider some facts about our railways. A significant chunk of railway accidents between 2017 and 2021 happened due to mechanical failures such as track faults. The Railway Ministry's 2019-20 safety report showed that derailments comprised 70% of all train accidents. Despite this, the budgetary allocation for track renewals was cut in the 2022-23 budget by Rs 3,222.4 crores as compared to the previous fiscal. Not just that, the Comptroller and Auditor General, India's main audit institution, had highlighted in its 2022 performance audit on derailments that some railway zones had returned some of the funds allocated for this purpose between 2017-18 and 2019-20. The decline in fund allocation and non-utilization of allocated funds are important points to consider while deciding the cause of this tragedy. A recent report said that the railway authorities were worried about the increase in accidents and had asked their senior manager to critically analyze the long working hours of crew, especially in the East Coast Railway and South East Central Railway, and take corrective action urgently. Friday's tragic crash occurred in the East Coast Railway. Almost half of the 28,650 vacant positions in the central zone are in the safety category. Besides these failures, the issue of overcrowding on trains is also to be considered. Passengers had taken to social media on multiple occasions to complain of overcrowding, even in the sleeper coaches. Many of the complaints were about the Coromandel Express, which was involved in Friday's accident. If not for overcrowding, the number of casualties could have been much lower. Cutting down funding for track renewals, non-utilization of allocated funds, lack of employment in the railways with most vacancies in the safety category, and consistently ignoring concerns of overcrowding. Do you think these failures of the government played a hand in the tragedy? But wait, before you answer, let's take a look at some other suggestions on who is responsible for the crash. On Saturday afternoon, a Twitter account with the handle @randomsena posted an image of the crash site with an arrow pointing to a white structure with domes close to the tracks and captioned it, "Just saying, yesterday was Friday." This seemed to suggest that the structure was a mosque and that Muslims were somehow responsible for the tragedy. Fact checkers from Boom and Alt News pointed out that the shrine is in fact a temple run by ISKCON. By Sunday afternoon, the tweet had garnered 4 million views and nearly 4,500 retweets. It was later deleted after Odisha police warned of legal action against those trying to create communal disharmony by spreading rumors. Another group of people blamed the reservation system for the crash. The Twitter account of Shubham Sharma, who claims to be a journalist, said that the railways had a policy of recruiting staff with the best among failed reservation system. Economist Ashwini Deshpande, who is a co-author of the study titled Does Affirmative Action Reduce Productivity? A Case Study of the Indian Railways, wrote that reservations had no negative impact on the productivity or efficiency of the railways, and that in some cases there was evidence of improved efficiency in some A and B category jobs. Hashtag I Stand With Ashwini Vaishnav began to trend, with multiple accounts praising Vaishnav's past achievements and criticizing the opposition for politicizing the crash, calling them vultures. There can only be one response to such an argument.
Are you comedy me?
The opposition is supposed to criticize the government and keep it in check. That is literally the reason it exists. As for Minister Ashwini Vaishnav, the captain goes down with the ship. His accomplishments do not absolve him of his responsibility. Lal Bahadur Shastri, India's former Prime Minister, resigned twice following accidents in Mehboob and Arialur. His resignation was accepted the second time. Were his achievements in some way less significant than those of Ashwini Vaishnav? Accountability is the fuel that keeps the engine of democracy running. Whether your sympathies lie with the left or with the right, never compromise on holding your elected representatives accountable for their actions. Once again, we ask you, did one error lead to this devastating crash, or was this the result of multiple errors over time? Tell us in the comment section. That, folks, was the Bulletin in brief for you. As always, stay informed, stay connected.